Hello and welcome to Rise and Unwind. My name is Dan. You know, each and every week we try to talk to people from across the country about things you could do in your neighborhood. And on this week's show, we got this.
Start the day with breakfast. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just need fuel. This small step can help support.
That's one of the struggles, is like trying to keep your whole life together while performing at your best.
All of that and more right here on Rise and Unwind. Have you ever had one of those family cookouts where everyone's talking a little too loud and the cheese is flying faster than carne asada hitting the grill? Well, comedian Frankie Quinones knows that feeling a little bit too well, and he's turning that into comedy gold with his brand new Hulu special, Damn, That's Crazy. Directed by Emmy winner Ali Wong. Frankie is here. Welcome to the show. You might know him from This Fool, What Do We Do in the Shadows, and Victor and Valentino. He's bringing the mix of heart, hilarity, and familia to the stage. Welcome to the show, Frankie. How are you, my friend?
Oh, good. Dan, thanks for having me, homie. I appreciate it.
No worries, man. All right, this is your first hour-long special. Okay, what made Damn That's Crazy the right moment to put your life and your comedy pretty much out there on the stage?
Yeah, man. Damn, that's crazy. We say that a lot growing up around the around the homies and stuff. Damn, that's crazy. But yeah, just some of the topics I touch on. I met Ali Wong a long time ago, and she obviously her career took off, multiple Emmys and stuff like that. And then we were doing some tour dates together, and she goes, "Hey, I want to produce and direct your special." And I was like, "I'd be honored." And then the timing just kind of worked out perfectly with Hulu launching this slate of comedy specials. And then we got into talks, and then, here we are. We took over a year to get the material down. And then, we recorded the special with the help of Ali Wong. We pieced together a pretty cool piece of work that I'm really proud of. So I'm excited for people to see it. So that's what's up. And damn, that's crazy.
And this special, it dives into love, addiction, and the politics of family carne asada. How much does that come straight from your own family gatherings, my friend?
Oh, yeah. I draw a lot from family. But yeah, we've been through a lot together, ups and downs. And, I kind of touch on all of that, get vulnerable about a lot of stuff. And also, a lot of people can relate to any family event. In my case, it's the carne asada, which is like our barbecue, and the drama that comes with that. The tias, the aunties talking smack about each other, spreading rumors like, "Oh, your tia Rosa is a potato salad, doesn't have any flavor. I think she's going through something, and it's like, no, she's not. The potato salad is fine, but they always trying to just stir something up. That's just an example. It's just like the drama that ensues at a family barbecue or carne asada.
Oh, yeah, I have the same, man. I have the same stories. I grew up the same way, my friends. You played some unforgettable characters from Luis and This Fool to your sketches in Get Frankie. How do you decide what parts of like real life make it into your comedy?
Yeah, I mean, nothing's off limits to me, especially when it comes to family stuff or stuff like that, because it's something that a lot of people can relate to no matter what background you're from. But yeah, I would say, the characters that I do or the voices I do or stories I do come directly from my environment or people around me or how I grew up and stuff like that. So yeah, my character Creeper, who does Cholo Fit, that came straight from my dad. He was in a lowrider car club, all that good stuff. So yeah, that's just an example of just boom. I just draw from what's right next to me, and nothing's off limits. And my family has learned to be okay with that.
And Ali Wong directed this special. What was it like collaborating with her and bringing that energy to the stage?
Yeah, you know what? It really was an honor, because obviously I've known her. We met in a laundromat / cafe where they do an open mic, because there's like a built-in audience, people waiting for their laundry. But yeah, it was so cool to see her career just take off. And then when we started working on it, I didn't know how hands-on she was going to be, and she was really hands-on. She was a huge help. She has such a great eye for things, because people are like, well, what does it mean to direct a comedy special? Yeah, most of it is just the camera setups, but it's what goes on behind the scenes before and after the taping. And she was really hands-on to help me in the editing, and then picking what frames go on what punchline, down to the details like that. And I think it really helped in the end create this super polished piece of work that is now called Damn That's Crazy. Yeah, so yeah, it was fun, man. It's really fun to work with her and watch her work and see her talents in that avenue of being a producer. Yeah, it was cool.
And you've been doing a little bit of everything, acting, stand-up, voice work. After the special, what's next for you? Any new projects you could tease and let our audience know? I won't tell anybody. Nobody actually watches the show, so anything. No NDAs here, my friend.
No, you're all good, man. Yeah, I'm on the next the season coming up of St. Denis Medical. It premieres in November, and then I got a YouTube show called Creeper's Crib, live from my grandpa's garage. That's the first episode just came out of that, and then I got a movie coming out next year with Tom Segura, Luke Wilson, Tim Baltz, Genesis Rodriguez called El Tigre. So be on the lookout for that, and hopefully I'll be on tour in your city soon. And I hope to see you there. Let's kick it.
Of course, I'll be there. You can catch Frankie Quinones. Damn, that's crazy. It's now streaming on Hulu. For more on Frankie's comedy projects or tour dates, visit frankiequinones.com or shop his Cholo Fit collection. It's available on his website, my friend. Orale! Frankie, thanks for joining me.
Thank you, Dad. Appreciate it.
Do you ever watch a true crime story and think, there's no way that this could be real? And then it is. Then the idea of that is the idea behind the brand new season of A Curious Case of, a series that digs into bizarre, stranger than fiction cases filled with twists, deception, and shocking outcomes. So joining us today is Beth Karas, veteran legal analyst and former prosecutor who helps break down what really happened and why these stories still matter. Welcome to the show, Beth. How are you, my friend?
I'm fine. Thanks for having me. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Excited about too.
Happy New Year to you. And before the break, I was saying, I love the show. It's great. It's interesting. It's because, a lot of these true crime drama stories always is this person murdered this baby, and it's dark, it's demented, and it kind of goes into these, deep tales of, blood, guts, and people that are just doing horrible, horrible things. But this show... Okay, and not to just keep gushing about it. It goes into something a little different. It does have the true crime. It has some weird tales. It has some stories. First season, loved it to death. But you investigate things that are a little different and not just blood, guts, and watch these people kill things that were innocent all from the start.
You know what? You hit the nail on the head. That why this series resonates with a lot of men who are kind of get turned off to a lot of blood and guts and murder, right? It's a largely female audience. It skews female, I should say. But I'm hearing from husbands and boyfriends saying, there's a show that I can watch that's crime or crime adjacent, as we say, that I can watch with my girlfriend or my wife and enjoy it. So we're not looking at murders, but we're looking at weird, bizarre behavior, as you said. It's deceitful, it's fraudulent, could be cults, it's something's wrong here. What is it? A crime? What is the crime? Sometimes it's clear there's a crime, but it's somebody gets away with a deception or a fraud for a long time. It's I marvel at what people do and get away with.
Yeah, I think I'd be a little nervous if I'm sitting down and relax and my wife is getting super excited about a murder drama of someone killing their husband. Yeah, I can understand that situation. But okay, you really choose some wild and interesting tales and stories. How do you find these?
So, there's a team of us, and I'm part of that team who look for the stories. I mean, stories come to me, but we also, we scan, the internet. We, might listen to some podcasts. Maybe people we know. There's a story I've been pitching of somebody I know who had, I don't want to give away the punchline, but it's not in this series, but he was missing for a long time and people thought he was abducted by aliens. Turns out that wasn't the case. Anyway, they're weird, twisted stories and we just find them, in life, on the internet, newspapers, friends, people we know. We listen to reports.
All right, and this season, what are some of the highlights? Anything big that we should be looking out for? What's something we can look forward to in the season? What's the elevator pitch this time?
So, well, the finale is a good one, right? And it's called The Corpse That Came to Dinner. Okay, I just leave it at that. It's a weird story. 91-year-old woman found with 2 corpses at home, right? Unbombed corpses. So that was weird. It's got to be a crime here somewhere, but it was her husband and her twin sister. She loved them. She cared for them. Is it really a crime? So that's the finale. So you got to wait 8 weeks for that one. But the school principal who hypnotized his students and he wasn't licensed to do it. And there 3 of them tragically die. There's no murders, but they die. The woman who is faking her illnesses, she's faking paralysis from the neck down. What, to get attention? I'm not sure. She fakes being a cancer survivor. she wants people to like her, maybe. I don't know. She fakes pregnancies. These are all over several years. It's very strange behavior that made me angry, having grown up with two special needs brothers who died as young adults. That really made me angry that somebody would fake an illness that they don't have just to get people's sympathy. I guess. I'm not really sure. So that's one of the stories. But that was like, what is the crime here? It's not a crime to break someone's heart. It's not a crime to lie unless you're getting a benefit. And that's what did her in. She got a benefit. She got something of value. She got a bicycle. She got a trip. She got some expenses paid to go to a camp for the special needs people. So, I mean, the first episode, right, the green smoothie, guy who practiced medicine without a license was also like, he started life pretty good, making a lot of money with his alkaline diet. But then he took it a step too far. He got too greedy. He started promising people he could cure their cancer. That's what landed him in prison.
As a journalist and someone that has dealt with legal analysts and former prosecutor, what did you learn while working on these projects, and what is something that is a takeaway that you going into this? Okay, these are interesting stories, but what is something that like made you realize, or what did you learn that you want people at home to kind of get while watching this, or just learn while making the project yourself?
I want people to be aware that there are a lot of frauds being perpetrated, not just on the robocalls and the emails you get where people are trying to get into your bank account and get your personal information, but people are out there lying about themselves. I mean, the green smoothie promising, the guy with the smoothies promising he can cure your cancer, the woman faking her paralysis, and she really did fake the counselors. I mean, they thought she was paralyzed. I mean, just it's a cautionary tale to just always be on alert. I don't want people to be distrustful of everyone, but just, you just gotta check things. And if your radar, your gut is telling you something's not right, that's probably the case.
Beth, you are a hero. Thank you for bringing this once again to us. We love this stuff. So,
thank you.
You got to check out new episodes of Curious Case Up that are airing weekly on Investigation Discovery, with episodes also available streaming on Max. If you're fascinated by true stories that prove reality can be a little stranger than fiction, then this is absolutely one worth watching. Beth, I want to thank you once again for being with us, my friend.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Do you ever wonder what it really takes to turn your health around? This new series follows people facing life or death stakes as they fight for a second chance. Today, we're joined by Dr. Charles Procter, renowned bariatric surgeon from 1,000 Pound Sisters and 1,000 Pound Best Friends, now featured in Dangerously Obese, sharing what these life-changing journeys look like up close. Welcome to the show, Dr. Procter. How are you?
Good morning, Dan. Thanks for having me. I'm great.
Okay, for viewers meeting you through this series, how do you define dangerously obese, like medically speaking, and what kind of risks are your patients facing when they first come to you?
So these are patients who are overweight to the point where it affects not only their day-to-day lives, but their health in very dramatic ways. You're going to see patients who are immobile because of their weight, or very minimally mobile. You'll see very young people who are on a terrible trajectory where they may not live to see even middle age. So when we say dangerously obese, that's truly what it is. And this is a danger not only from a physical standpoint, but from a stigma standpoint as well.
And the show follows patients for a year or maybe even more. What are the first milestones you look for before, during, and after bariatric surgery to know someone's truly on the right track?
That's a great question. And to your point, we need to look for these milestones before we ever get to the operating room. These are patients who have, for the most part, lived their lives in a body that is much, much too heavy, and they've actually built their lives around that. And getting over that mental hurdle of saying, okay, I'm going to make a transformation not only physically, but mentally and psychologically. I'm going to change the way I approach life and the way I do things. I'm going to set goals for that, and I'm going to trust this process as we go through it. I'm going to make sure that I do my part nutritionally and so forth to make sure that this is successful. That's what we want to see before we even talk about approaching the operating room.
And beyond the operating room, what support systems make the biggest difference, like nutrition, mental health, family buy-in? How does the series show that side of the work as well?
Well, to answer your question, all of the above, right? This is a multifactorial disease that requires a multidisciplinary approach. And especially with the patients of the size that you're going to see in this show, very often they have friends and family members who are codependent. And, the very first episode, you're going to see a mother and daughter who are, the mother is immobile, the daughter is very close to being immobile simply because of their weight. And they have family members who have to give up aspects of their lives to take care of these two every single day. So not only is this a psychological hurdle for both the patients to go through, but also these family members who have set up their lives around taking care of their loved ones.
And many people watching might be a little afraid to take that first step. What common myths about bariatric surgery do you want to clear up? And what does a realistic recovery even look like?
The biggest myths out there are that this is a dangerous surgery. Certainly there is no procedure out there that is 100% risk-free, right? But it is so much more dangerous to allow your body to go through carrying around this much body fat. It increases your chances of heart disease, increases your chances of getting things like diabetes, multiple cancers, and so forth. Having surgery is so much more safe, so much safer than not losing the weight. The other thing is, when I hear people say, well, this is the easy way out, it's anything but. I don't think you'll find any weight loss surgery patient out there to tell you that there's anything easy about this entire process. There's no easy day. Waking up every single day, it's a battle to fight even after the surgery because you're going through such a massive transformation in your body. And once you've achieved those goals, you have to maintain this healthy lifestyle, or else you're going to find yourself back to where you started from. So certainly not the easy way out, and I would like for people to understand that.
And the stories here are raw and personal. Without spoiling way too much, is there a moment or a patient breakthrough that happens this season that really captures why these journeys really matter?
Yeah, I think what you're going to see with each one of these stories is those breakthroughs can happen anytime from the very initial contact I have with that patient to even sometime way after their surgery has been completed and they're bleeding for the first time, that, wow, I went through this and I am seeing a change. You'll see their lives transform, each and every one of them, and becoming the people that they want to be and achieving some of the hopes and dreams that they always had that thought were never possible again. So each patient on this has their own journey and their own story, and that aha moment that's individual to each one of them. So hopefully that gets well conveyed and people will learn to love it because of that.
Dr. Procter, I want to thank you for joining me this morning. You can catch out Dangerously Obese. It's available now on TLC. For clips and details, head to TLC.com and check out or look up Dangerously Obese. Dr. Procter, I really want to thank you for joining me today.
Thank you. You have a great day.
What happens when ambition, loyalty, and survival collide in the oil fields of West Texas? Landman from Oscar-nominated creator Taylor Sheridan is back on Paramount Plus, and season 2 is already making waves. So joining me this morning are Jacob Lofland, who stars as Cooper Norris, and Mustafa Speaks, who brings serious intensity as Boss. Welcome to the show, you two. How are you?
Good. Doing great. How are you?
Doing good. All right, season 2 dives right in. Where do we pick up with your characters and how have things changed since last season?
It's really a direct continuation, I think. We're jumping right back into things, and yeah, we've got a filled season with a star-studded cast and some great writing to bring off the page, and hope the world loves it.
And Taylor Sheridan's shows always have this like raw, real energy. What's it like working with him and his storytelling world and getting that distinct Sheridan grit?
Well, for me, I can liken it to just being in the locker room, in a football season, playing in a championship game. I mean, it's just that real, raw, authentic energy. And Taylor is just so focused and has such a vision for what it is he wants that you can trust his leadership, and that trickles all the way down.
Agreed. That's beautiful.
And the show captures both the boom and the burden of the oil industry. How did you both bring that emotional weight to your performances?
I think we were fortunate enough in the first season. They put us in a roughneck camp, and it really opened our eyes to the world and the dedication, the risk involved, the danger that's just element and looming every day. So that really helped us to put ourselves in it. When you realize what's on the line, what's at stake, right. It raises the bar just a touch.
And you both have worked on some pretty big projects like Joker 2, Joe Pickett, Maze Runner. What makes Landman stand out for you guys personally?
Well, for me, what stands out is just the story. I mean, of course, not taking anything away from all of the other projects, amazing projects I've worked on, but this just has a distinct stamp. And the stamp is what makes it so popular amongst the people is the authenticity, and telling this story that otherwise would have never been told. The people that work in the oil field and control things that we need and use every day. So I absolutely love and gravitate toward real authentic projects like this.
And for anyone who hasn't started season 2 yet, what makes this the perfect time to catch up? And what moments are you most excited for viewers to actually see?
Well, it's a hard question. I don't think I have any moment specifically. I think as a whole, it's just there was so much hard work that went into this season, and it's such a great story. We get to dive into these characters and really get to know who they are, even more so than the first season. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to people's reaction to the entire thing in a whole.
Right.
Hey, I want to thank you two for joining me this morning. You could stream season 2 of Landman right now exclusively on Paramount Plus. It stars Billy Bob Thornton, Demi Moore, Andy Garcia, Sam Elliott, and of course, our guest, Jacob Lofland and Mustafa speaks. It's a story of power, pressure, and survival in the heart of West Texas. Don't miss it. I want to thank you two for joining me this morning.
Thank you for having
me.
us.
Pleasure.
Do you ever wonder how much planning and pressure and storytelling goes into what happens inside a WW ring? Season 2 of WWE Unreal pulls back the curtains even more, taking fans behind the scenes on the road to SummerSlam. Joining us today is Lyra Valkyria, one of the superstars featured this season, giving fans a closer look at what it really takes to bring those moments alive. Welcome to the show, Lyra. How are you?
Thank you. I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing okay. Season 2 is diving deeper into the writer's room and the build towards SummerSlam. When you watched it back, what surprised you most about seeing that process on screen?
I can't watch it back because it was a very kind of hard moment for me that got captured on Unreal. So it's very strange that the whole world is seeing it, but this is what people want to see. So there you go.
Oh, okay. Fans usually see the finished performance. What does WWE Unreal reveal about the preparation and collaboration that people may not realize happens before a match?
I think it definitely reveals the pressure and the chaos that goes on behind the scenes because it's live TV, so everything obviously looks great. And we just pop up and look our best on Raw and SmackDown. But I think it's showing a very kind of gritty, real side of the people on the show and what we go through every single week. So I guess that's really cool that people get to see that and just understand the chaos behind it all.
And this season features so many big personalities and storylines. As a superstar, what's it like balancing your own journey while everything else around you is constantly evolving?
Oh, it's like hard. That's one of the struggles, is like trying to keep your whole life together while performing at your best. So it's definitely hard, and I think Unreal really showcases that what it is we go through. So yeah, it can be tough, but it's also like the most rewarding thing in the world, and it's so addictive, and the adrenaline you can't even describe it. I don't know if any other job or like sport or anything, I don't know if anything is comparable to what we do. So it's cool that like people get to understand that a little bit more watching the show.
And the show, it captures a lot of high pressure moments. How do you personally stay grounded when the stakes are that high pretty much week after week?
I think as like my way of staying grounded is as long as I know that I'm putting the work in behind the scenes and I'm doing everything I possibly can. That's when I know like, okay, I'm going to do my best here. And if I don't, then like what can I do? That's just where I'm at. Like I have to, if I'm doing the work behind the scenes, then I'm going to be proud of what I'm doing.
And for longtime WWE fans and for people who may be new to this world, what do you think they'll appreciate most about season 2 of WWE Unreal?
I think people will appreciate the fact that this is the first time ever that this show is pulling back the curtain so much. It's something that's been protected for years. And there's still people that like, I'm one of them, that I'm not sure how much we like that, but there's a big demand for it. So I think people who have wanted that, like lifelong fans who have wanted to see what it's like behind the scenes, I think that's what, like, this is their chance to actually get to see that.
All right, I want to thank you for joining me today. WWE Unreal Season 2 is streaming now on Netflix, taking fans behind the scenes all the way to SummerSlam. Lyra, thanks for joining me today.
No, thank you for having me.
Every January, we always promise ourselves we'll eat better, move more, and finally stick to a healthier routine. But for a lot of people, that motivation doesn't last very long.
Registered dietitian and nutrition expert Mia Sin is here with realistic strategies that actually fit real life. It's good to see you, Mia. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me back.
Okay, when people start to decide to start fresh in January, where do they usually go wrong?
Yeah, so the biggest mistake I see is that people try to change everything. And research shows that it's really those small, sustainable changes that actually stick. And this idea applies to women's health, especially during perimenopause and menopause. Instead of chasing those quick fixes, look for options that are backed by science. That's why I recommend Bonafide. They have led the menopause space with their hormone-free and prescription-free options that are grounded in research. Their product Reverie provides powerful relief from dryness and discomfort, helping to restore everyday comfort and support intimacy. You can find it on their website and at Target stores nationwide.
And if somebody wants to just make a small change right now, what's an easy habit that you recommend starting with?
Yes, so my tip is to simply start the day with breakfast. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just need fuel. This small step can help support all-day energy, focus, and mood. And I encourage people to anchor wellness to something they already do, like drinking coffee every day. So pairing your coffee with Velveeta breakfast biscuits is a great option. It makes it super easy. These biscuits provide steady, sustained energy, so you're not crashing mid-morning, and they fit naturally into an everyday ritual. And Velveeta's tapping into coffee culture right now, encouraging people to make that pairing part of their routine, because when a habit feels automatic, it becomes part of your lifestyle rather than something on your to-do list.
And cold and flu seasons can really disrupt routines. How can people stay on track when life or illness gets in the way?
Yes, this time of year, coughs feel unavoidable, especially in those packed spaces like workplaces and schools. When one hits, it doesn't just slow you down, but it can affect everyone around you. And that's why being prepared can be a smart part of a wellness routine. And I recommend Robitussin. It's a great tool to have on hand because it delivers fast, powerful cough relief when you need it most. It soothes in seconds, and cough relief lasts for hours, helping you feel better so that you can stay on track with your day.
And when it comes to nutrition, consistency tends to be tough. How can simple food swaps help people stick with healthier eating?
Yeah, staying consistent when life gets busy can be a real challenge, and that's why those simple food swaps can make a big difference. I love the Eggland's Best hard-cooked peeled eggs. These are a great example. They're a source of high-quality protein. They're completely grab and go, no prep, stress, or extra time. Enjoy them as a snack, add them to a salad, add them to a sandwich. They make it easy to choose something nourishing, even on your busiest days.
Mia Sin, I want to thank you for joining me today. Where can our viewers go for more information and find you?
For more, you can visit my website, nutritionbymia.com.
I want to thank you for joining me today.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, I want to thank you for tuning in to Rise and Unwind. If you want to be part of the show, just go to our website, riseandwindtv.com, fill out the form, send it in, and maybe you could be on a future episode. We're on social media, Facebook and Instagram. Plus, you can find our YouTube channel at Rise Unwind. And until next week, that was the show we like to call Rise and Unwind.